So I decided to reshoot this. They just weren't showing up very well. I'm using a different mode on my camera now. Hopefully this causes them to show up much better. So we'll do them all again, same order. This is the Cloud Defensive OLW. That is 22 yards. That tree back there is about 34, 35 yards away. And you can see very well, very good PID. Here is the Surefire M600 dual fuel at 22 yards. And then that tree back there is much closer to 35 yards. Still fairly decent PID, but not as much candela, not as much real hard push with this slide with the Cloud Defensive. Here's the Haley Strategic Partners Enforce WMLX set to 800 lumens. It has a 400 and an 800 setting. Actually, here, that was 800. Here's 400. Again, 800. Pretty wide beam pattern on it. Not a lot of hotspot. Similar beam pattern, I would say, to the Surefire M600DF. Here's a Surefire Streamlight ProTac HL handheld light at 22 right there. And then that tree back there is 34, 35 yards away. Surefire Tactician. That is how it's showing up pretty. That's actually pretty accurate to how it looks out here, honestly. It's a little brighter in person than it is on here, but not a lot. This is the Smith & Wesson M&P 800 lumen handheld light. I just have this. It lives in a bag. So got lots of rock and roll bags. Got to have lots of flashlights. This has actually been a very reliable light, despite its very cheap price. And then here is the Surefire X300U 1000 lumen pistol mounted light. Not a tremendous amount of hotspot. It's designed to be used on a pistol, so it needs to give out all of its light at pistol ranges. And that's something I think a lot of people don't understand. Specifically, rifle lights push a little farther, right? That M600DF, I like it for the rifle that it's on, because that's just a red dot rifle, right? Whereas I put the Cloud Defensive OLW on a low power variable optic rifle, right? Because I might be shooting at 6x and may need to try and PID something at 150 yards. And I'm certainly not going to do that with any of these other lights. So that's a more accurate. I had to use a different on my camera to get better results there, so that it looks more real.